Hi guys, sorry about those technical
Hi.
difficulties. For those of you who are new, I'm Michelle. I was here last time. I'm majoring in MMC and communications, and I am a sophomore here at Augustana College.
And hi, everybody. It's so great to meet you. I wasn't able to be at the last session, but I'm here for this one. My name is Sarah. I am a freshman here at Augustana, and I'm currently double majoring in communication studies and MJMC. And here on campus, I'm heavily involved with theater. I'm in Jenny Lind Vocal Ensemble, which is one of the choirs here on campus. I was in Emerge Leadership Program back in the fall, and I'm hoping to get involved with things in the Greek life. It's pledging season right now, so I'm really excited to get involved with that as well.
And on campus, I am involved in the Augustana Observer. I write for the newspaper, and I also have an international event planning internship with the Edge Center, as well as I'm on the cheerleading team and in the Phi sorority. So between the both of us, we're pretty involved on campus.
Yes.
So don't forget, you guys are totally free to comment any questions that you have before you guys start doing that. There are a couple things we want to just remind you of.
So up first, I'm just going to take a quick moment to plug the financial aid night, which is coming up on Wednesday, March 4th from 3 to 6. And basically what this event is anybody who wants to can sign up for a 30-minute time slot, either students or parents, and you can come on in and you can meet with a financial aid officer to discuss various financial aid plans and packages that you may have received at this point or not. And this is a great way to learn a little bit more about the financial side of college in Augustana here, and also get a chance to ask some questions about things that you're curious about learning.
So I do see we have our first question from Luke. How do you pick your roommates? Well, Luke, there are multiple opportunities for you to pick your roommates, whether it is meeting people on the Facebook page and then connecting with them through that, or if you already know of people like from your high school who are going to Augustana. There are also events such as the Chicagoland program, which you can learn more about and register for with the link that we're going to send in the comments. And this is a great way to meet and get to know future Vikings who are also coming to Augustana.
And don't worry if you don't know or have a roommate picked out at this point. Roommate surveys aren't even out yet. So there's no need to be worried or pressured that you don't think that you're on top of your game at this point. So just if you really do want to get involved, though, I would suggest definitely joining the Facebook Class of 2024 chat, because that's where I personally met my roommate, and it's a great way to get involved with fellow students who are also considering Augustana or want or have already committed to coming here as well.
And also, do not be afraid to post on that page. Like,
no,
it's kind of awkward, but like you can post a couple pictures and be like, hi, my name is so-and-so. I'm majoring in this, and this is what I'm interested in, because then people will come and be like, oh my gosh, me too. And then you get to make friends from that. So I actually ended up being in the peer group with one of the girls who I was thinking about rooming with, who I met on Facebook. Oh, another question. Okay, so how do you manage your time with all the things you're occupied with?
Okay, so just making sure that you kind of plan out your day is really important. For me, I actually arranged my schedule to be able to have like a 4-hour break every afternoon. So I do have an 8:30 every morning. So, I mean, that's a little unfortunate, but unfortunately, that's just how it works out sometimes. But having that extra time to sit down in the library and even at night when you're back in your room to just have that study time, you'll find it's a lot easier to be able to balance your schedule more than you think, because you're going to see your classwork and you might be a little nervous, but don't worry. It's a lot easier said than done, and you'll be able to be perfectly successful and you'll be a great student here.
Mm-hmm. So the next question is, what was your favorite thing about Augie? Well, my favorite thing about Augustana, I would say, is the people. Yeah. The people here at Augustana are so great. Like, they're not like anybody you've literally ever met before. Every single person, you cannot walk from your dorm to your class without saying hi to at least one person. And like, the more you get involved, the more you're going to be able to create those great relationships, not only with your classmates and peers, but also with your teachers, your coworkers, your bosses. Like, the people environment at Augustana is one of the best things of it.
Yeah. And going off of what Michelle said, the people really do help make college the best that can possibly be. Personally, I met my close friend group on the very first day of welcome weekend. And so like my experience overall has been very, very great, because I've had such a wonderful support system and such great friends I can always count on. And that for me has been wonderful. And also the teachers, faculty here, the overall
small class sizes, they really help you get to form that connection with
Your
your
teacher.
professors.
Yeah.
The next question was, I won't be able to make it to the admitted students day. Did either of you go? What will I miss? So did you go?
Maybe.
Admitted students day? I know I didn't go.
I don't know.
It begins
Yes.
with A.
Yes, I did. I did go. I'm sorry. I did go to that. That was a really great opportunity. I came here with my family, and basically it was just an opportunity to meet some of the Augustana faculty ahead of time and ask any questions, but it's not necessary to go. I know quite a few people, including Michelle, that didn't have the opportunity to go, and they did just fine.
Yep, I did fine.
Yeah. And just asking any questions, like coming on this live and asking as many questions as you possibly can is a great way, because instead of asking those questions here, Augie, you can just ask us. And I feel like we have a pretty good background on this kind of thing at this point. Yeah.
So when and how is housing selection done? Andrew, okay, so I don't know yet when housing is done, but the selection works, and you guys get to pick your roommates, and then you can kind of sign up, and they're going to give you like where you're going to be staying. So you can either stay in Seminary, Andreen, or Westerland, and those are like the 3 freshman dorms that you guys have to choose from.
And honestly, all of them are equally as great. I know every single one has its own amazing event or thing that each one puts on, and everybody loves every dorm that they stay in. So no matter which building that you get placed in, do not worry, because you will enjoy your time there, I promise.
What should students who have chosen to work on campus expect? I personally had an on-campus job last year from winter term when we were on trimesters all the way until J term this year, and I loved it. I worked in the advancement center, and really, depending on what your job is, you get to pick your hours, make your schedule, and I connected so well with my coworkers. I love my job. They support me like no matter what throughout everything, and not even just work. So on-campus jobs are really easy to time manage. There are a lot of people who have them, and so you can work, I think it's 10 hours a week for students who aren't international, and then 20 hours a week for international students.
Yeah. And personally, I do not have an on-campus job right now. I'm only working back at home, but I do know people that are involved, and it's really nice, and they're really understanding about balancing your academic life with your work life as well. So do not worry about that as well.
Next, Al asked, do you find the standard meal plan is enough meals? Same for a male athlete who likes to eat. So I actually just changed my meal plan from the 15 meals to the 12 meals because I found that it was too much. And I had the 15 meal plans last year, or the 15 meals. Yeah, 15 meals a week plan last year, and I would always have extra. So I did change it. I do think it's enough because my brother is a male athlete, and I know like he would be able to eat like that. So I do think the 15 plans is enough. You do get Viking bucks too if you're extra hungry. So you can spend those at the C store, which is in the Westerland market. It's the Westerland market. It's in one of the freshman dorms. So that's also a really good place to go.
Yeah, you will be very fortunate to have all those Viking bucks, because not only can you use them at the C store, you can also spend them at the brew as well. And even the snack bar has some things on the inside of there, like chips and candy or anything that you really want to get from there as well.
Mozzarella sticks.
Yeah, those are good. So are the fries. They're
Oh
yummy.
my God, yeah. How safe is Augustana? Everything is really safe. Like I've never not felt safe on this campus personally. And, you know, every neighborhood is going to have their little level of crime. So I'm not saying that Augustana is not safe, because it is. The next question is,
my goodness, where are we?
We're here.
Oh, okay.
I've read that Phi Omega Phi is in trouble due to sexual assault. Is sexual assault something that Augustana struggles with? No.
No. This is honestly one of those topics that we really can't give you many of our personal opinions on, because this is a topic that's really out of our hands. But just know that like Greek life overall is really, it's safe, and it's a good organization to get involved with.
I've been a part of Greek life this entire year, and I pledged last year, and it has honestly changed my life for the better. I have sisters who support me. I have plenty of friends who are in fraternities, and they are amazing people. And just because one person or one group might make a mistake, that does not mean that all of Greek life is bad, because there are so many amazing things about Augustana, Greek life in general, and this campus. And you should not let rumors and other things that you hear affect how you feel about this school, because I guarantee you when you come here, when you meet these people, when you participate in Greek life and all this stuff, you are going to love every aspect of it because there's so much to give and so much to learn.
Yeah, and I'm a current pledge right now. We just started our pledging process not too long ago, and even not even getting involved in that long, it's been a really great experience. It allows you to connect with so many people that you normally wouldn't get a chance to connect with, and I think that's really important because you're able to expand your social bubble and you're able to like make new friends that are outside of your own social group walking into the pledging experience, and you get a whole new little like sisterhood to like lean on and for the rest of your life. It's really nice.
So the next question David asks is, how is the area off campus and what kind of things are there to do? So
Ooh.
off campus, there's a lot of stuff to do. The tax layer is very close, the tax layer center. So there's like a bunch of games, concerts, fun stuff there to do. I know my friends and I often go get coffee at like local coffee shops and we do homework there and stuff like that. So there is a lot of things to do off campus. I personally don't have a car, so I don't leave campus that often. I stay in our little Augie bubble. Do you want to add?
Yeah. Okay, so I do have a car here on campus, and so that does allow me to go off campus farther away. So personally, my friends and I, we really do enjoy going over to Davenport in Iowa, just across the bridge. It's really not even that far. It's like a 15-minute drive. And over there are so many things. There's the North Park Mall. There's the movie theaters. There's a bunch of restaurants over there that you can get involved with. I know here in the Quad City, like Rock Island area, they have the bowling area, QC bowling, QC family.
I don't know what it's
place.
called, but I know
It
what you're
is
talking about.
fun,
It's
and
like
they
a
have,
bowling alley, yeah.
Yeah, and they have like bowling and laser tag.
There's
and,
Elevate too, which is like this trampoline park I went to. It was really fun.
okay, I didn't even know about that,
Oh, we
so
should
I will
go.
be checking that out.
Yeah, it's fun. There's a lot of like fun, cool things to do, like outside of campus, but also there's a lot of stuff to do on campus
In campus,
too,
yeah.
because the OSL puts on so many activities, whether it's
Oh, yeah.
comedians or singers or concerts or stuff like that. So
Speakers
there's
that come on
yes,
in and give
yes.
presentations. It's great.
So there's a lot of things to do. Like you're never going to be bored. If
No.
you like put yourself out there, like I mean, like if you stay in your dorm room and you don't do anything, like you might be bored. But if you get out there and you meet people and like you go to the activities that are planned and like provided for you, then you're gonna have a great time because there's bonfires. There's always something to do.
Mm-hmm.
Especially if you get involved.
Yeah, get involved. That's like the big message here.
Mhm.
Try and get
That's
involved.
the
There's many things you can get involved with.
What do you take into consideration when choosing your housing as a freshman? You don't really get to choose your
Choose.
housing. They
No.
just kind of tell you. So there's a lot of things like Westerland is really cool because they have the nice lobby and they have the C-store. Andrina is really cool because they have a really fun basement with like pool tables and all these TVs so you can go down there and study and hang out with your friends. And SEM is really cool because it has an attic and everybody can go up there and study and once again like hang out with friends. So like each dorm room has like great things about it. So like you don't necessarily get to choose, but either way, you're going to end up having a good time because like every single person I know who lived in SEM and Andrine, they're like, oh yeah, I know this person from SEM and Andrine. So you like dorm life. I love dorm life because you get to know the people on your floor and you get to establish like those personal connections.
Yeah. And just going off of that, you really don't get to choose. It is more luck of the draw. I will say, isn't there an exception if you have some sort of like health?
Yes.
Yeah. So if you have like a 504 plan or if you have any sort of medical documentation that says that you need to be staying somewhere that has a certain feature that's necessary for your health and to stay healthy, then that is a different situation. But in terms of just like open housing, that's more just luck of the draw in this case. All right.
The next question Luke asked is, how is party life? Because I've heard many different things about it. I can honestly tell you I've written an article about this in the Augustana Observer. Go on the website and check it out. Party life is what you make it, whether you go out or not. Like it's if you want to go and have fun with your friends, you can. No one forces anybody to go out. I have had nights where I stay in with my friends and we just play games and stuff. There are sober parties. There's a bunch of things to do on campus, whether it's a party or not.
Yeah. And just going off of that, I personally am one of those people that enjoys kind of staying in. I mean, I'll put myself out there if necessary, but my typical Friday night, I would love to just like curl up on the couch, watch a movie in my dorm room. I'm a homebody, I guess, but like I don't judge anybody that goes out. You are you. You do whatever you want to do, and everybody is not going to judge you if that's what you choose to do with your time. So don't feel like you have to be pressured on going out because that's what everyone thinks of you, because I can promise you nobody really,
There's no
one notices or
pressuring. There's no
cares.
peer pressuring. Like,
No.
the people here at Augustana are very understanding, open, and they are going to respect. Like, we respect each other. The next question says, I can't find it.
I know.
I filled out the registration steps emailed to me. When should I expect an email regarding the sign up for orientation? They replied to that. What kind of disability services does Augustana provide? Well, they have ramps for the dorm rooms. There's an elevator in Westerland. So if you need like a handicapped elevator or something like that, they also have like handicapped bathrooms. They have emotional support animals.
That's one.
You need to deepen that question.
No.
Okay, and she's dropping a link. Are we required to have textbooks for your classes, or do you just need a laptop? So depending on your class.
Or the teacher,
they're going to tell you what you need for that class. Every class is different.
Yeah. You're not going to just, I mean, personally, I have a couple classes that work more out of the textbooks, but you will work a lot with your computer. Like, me and my computer are best friends because I went on my computer a lot this past semester and J term. So just that, I would definitely make sure that you have a computer or laptop walking into the college experience.
Yes. And there are a few teachers who will try to find like a free textbook online or something like that. So I know like my math class and my French class, we used an online textbook. So that was free for us. We didn't have to download anything.
Nice, yeah.
We just like went on the website. So it truly just depends on your teacher and your class. The next thing, hey, I applied for Augustana and there's an option for interview or ACT. What should I do? I'm honestly not quite sure how to answer that. I'm sorry.
Neither. I'm sorry too.
Is biology a good major to study?
I think it's all personal preference.
Yeah, I mean, I'm a journalist, so I can't tell you about biology.
And we're kind of going into this. Aren't we in the exact same thing?
Yeah, we're both MJMC and comm majors. She declared what, yesterday?
Yesterday.
That's exciting. Congratulations.
Thank you.
You're welcome. How accessible are the professors? The professors here on campus are great. I'm sorry, I keep shaking the screen. The professors here are so great because they have office hours. You can go in whenever. Being a liberal arts college, it's small class sizes. So it's not like this big lecture hall where your professor doesn't know your name. Every teacher knows our name. Every teacher is there for us, whether it's just in class or if it's outside of class. Yes, I had a professor reach out and email me because I wasn't at one of the basketball games for cheerleading and she was worried about me. So just like those little things like are really sweet and heartfelt because, you know, like the professors, they care about you, not just your education.
Yeah. And the small class sizes are really nice because not only are you getting to know your teacher, you're also getting to know your classmates as well. And like having that close bond between all parties is a really nice way of doing it here at Augustana. I never have felt like I'm one in a million. I've always felt like they know who I am. They care about me. And going off what Michelle said, like they really do care. Like I just had a professor reach on out to me saying that she thought I might do well in the MJMC field. And I literally had a meeting with her yesterday, and then that's when I signed on. Yay. So it's really nice. They really do care about your success here as well.
What are the class sizes like for perspectives and for major related courses? So for perspective classes, I think my largest class was maybe 17 people. So very like small class sizes. And my major class right now, my largest major class, I think is 20 people. So that's almost the same size, smaller than my high school. And I went to a, decent sized high school. There are bigger ones. What does this say? If you have a meal plan and you live on campus, how much spending money will you need every month?
I think that just kind of just depends on what you plan on doing. You're automatically going to have enough to feed you here on campus. So if you're one of those people that likes going out to grab food, which I am very guilty of, and I have been reprimanded by my parents to stop doing, I think it's all just personal preference. If you plan on staying on campus, I don't think you really need that much. But if you are one of those people that enjoys going off campus to treat yourself or going out with friends, and I would suggest, don't
I
know.
honestly,
I brought like 500 for a semester, and that lasted. So that
I definitely didn't bring that much money to school.
okay. Don't bring
I
that
probably
much
have
money.
like, I don't know, maybe $30 in my bank account right now. I do not spend money. Oh, I mean, clearly I spend it, but like, you don't need it.
No.
Like,
You don't need it.
yeah, you don't need it because
No.
like, if you're worried about food, you're good.
You're
Your
good.
meal plan, your Viking bucks, you're good. I even last year, okay, I would get like a mocha frap and an Italian soda from the brew almost every day the first couple of weeks. And I ran out of Viking bucks week 3
Yeah, it was really
last semester. So I had no Viking bucks and all I had was a meal plan and I was fine. I never went hungry. So don't worry about not having enough money for food. You'll be fine.
and
The
about those
extra money is like for books or
about those Viking bucks, just a quick plug. They go by a lot quicker than you think.
oh yeah.
Like there's these adorable little pints of ice cream in the Westerland
The C
store, and each one's maybe $4.99, and before you know it, you spent like $50 there by getting like a couple pints over the next. Just be aware of how much you're spending here.
Yeah.
Money is not just unlimited. Like you do have a certain amount, so just make sure that you're aware of that.
So how does a normal school day go? Luke, I can tell you my normal school day on a Monday, Wednesday, Friday. This term, I don't have class until 12, so I wake up around 8 o'clock every morning. I get ready, and then if I didn't finish my homework from the night before, I'll work on some homework, and then I'll go meet my friends in the brew, and then I'll sit there and I'll study with them for a little bit, and then I'll go to my 2 classes back to back, and then after classes, I'll go work on my internship, and then after that, I'll go to my my extracurricular activities, and then I'll go home and work on homework again or hang out with my friends or whatever. You wanna
Yeah, and for me, I do have an 8:30 every day, just the way that my schedule worked out this semester. That's how it is. But I know that last semester I had classes at 9:55 and then at 12:30. So that gave me a lot of extra time in the morning. So because I do have earlier classes though, I've gotten a lot better at time management because I can't just put things off until the morning. Like I get things done and I have that period in the afternoon to just get more work done and sit in the library and that kind of thing. And that's a really good opportunity for me because especially if you're involved in extracurriculars, your late afternoon nighttime might be taken up. So yeah, so you want to make sure that you're on top of your schoolwork first. That comes first before
Always.
everything.
Always. Leah is planning on majoring in journalism.
Woo!
Yay! And how is the workload for both of us?
Oh, okay. For me, I mean, I just started committing to this major starting this semester. I was in CSD, which is Communication Science and Discourse last semester. So right now I'm starting from the basics. I'm in a news literacy class, and that for me, it's a decent amount of work. We actually have a paper coming up. So right now it's a little bit more, but normally it's not too bad. It's a pretty easy major to double with. Like they told me when I was doing my communications, they said that like the 2 double majors are really nice to be able to work well with each other and coincide. What about you? You have more experience.
So as a sophomore, I have been in quite a few MJMC and comm classes. I honestly do not think the workload is that easy. I'm the type of person who like, if I have homework, I'm going to go and I'm going to do it. I'm not the type to procrastinate. So as long as you don't procrastinate and you like get it done, it's pretty simple. But specifically for the MJMC class, like you'll be in class and you will go out and get that interview. You will go out and take that video. You will go out and just do it during class and you'll come back and you'll like edit it or do whatever you need to do to have that experience. So the professors are very much expecting you to be able to meet with other people. And so it doesn't just work based on your schedule. You have to schedule with other people. So like our major project was basically doing a feature story on someone. For if you're an MJMC, you're going to take the sequence, which is amazing. But
I'm just doing that next year.
Yeah, you are. I'm so excited for you. So you have to be able to communicate with other people and time manage with your schedule with theirs. So it's a college level. It's college.
Yeah,
so
you're
it's
gonna
going to
have
be
more work.
a lot of work, but
it's doable.
Yeah.
As long as you just do well at time management. If you're one of those people that likes to procrastinate, you might have to develop a new habit just because I don't think you'll be as successful if you do that.
So then Luke Vega asked, did you guys apply for the multicultural scholarship? If so, could you tell me about it? I heard the move-in day is earlier for students who got the scholarship. Do you know what that day would be?
I mean, I personally did not apply for that.
Me either.
But I do know that you do move in about a week ahead of time, and it's really nice because
Mhm.
you get a chance to like meet those students. You guys all get to like
Hang out
hang
before
out.
everybody gets
Yeah,
there.
and you definitely form a lot of close bonds. Like I know somebody just during the rush process, we were talking, and she said that she was really excited to join a specific group because a lot of her friends from that program were in that group. So I do know that you can form some really nice and long-lasting connections with each other.
Haley asked, do you have any advice for incoming freshmen that you wished you had gotten when you were a new student? So my mother told me this, and my grandmother told me this, and I did not listen. You do not need all those shoes. You do not need everything in your bedroom at home because you're going to be moving back and forth, and I have a lot of stuff.
Yeah.
So you don't need it all. You don't.
I mean, I'm a very guilty of a lot of things that Michelle's saying. I have brought way too much. And I know for a fact my mom told me that you do not need everything in your closet. And I said, yes, I do, Mom, because you just think you'll always need it and you don't. That's one big thing. Also, just like putting yourself out there. I think that like when you're on your own for the first time, it can be a little intimidating because you don't have that support system of people in high school. Unless you're coming into college with a lot of friends, previous friends, you got to learn how to adjust, and like just putting yourself out there and not being afraid to show who you are is going to be a big like way to gain friends here. And so I think for me, I was a little nervous on like the first couple days, but like I found connections very, very quickly by just putting myself out there. So make sure that you do that because it'll be great.
Are football games fun events for students? Well, Kristen, I'm a cheerleader, so I have gone to every home football game. This year, the team was really, really great. So it was awesome.
They were.
And I'm going to end it there. How is the study abroad program? I have not studied abroad, but we do have Augie Choice, which is a really great opportunity. So if you don't know what Augie Choice is, that means you get $2,000 and you can spend it on study abroad if you choose. You can also spend it on like business attire or like if you had an unpaid internship or something like that. But I know so many people who have studied abroad and they've gone to places like Spain and Australia and India, and they absolutely love it. People are always talking about how it changed their life. You're seeing everything from such a different perspective, and everybody else is always like trying to get you to learn their culture and teach you everything that they can. So honestly, I think studying abroad is a very like amazing thing, and it's an amazing opportunity. And especially with the Augie Choice Augie offers you guys, that is something that you guys should totally take advantage of.
And I have one more thing to add to that. Augustana has a basic streamline of places that you can go, but if there's some place in particular that you are like, I want to go there very badly, you can talk to the core people and they will try and set it up for you. And usually they can. So like, do not be afraid if there's a place you want to go that is not offered, because usually they can manipulate it and make it work with some of their partners to really get that opportunity to go and get the most out of your college experience. So definitely do that if that's something that you want to get involved with.
So the next thing Ben asked was, how do you earn Viking bucks? You don't earn Viking bucks. You buy Viking bucks. So it basically comes with your meal plan. So if you have a 15 meal plan, then you get, I think, 150 Viking bucks. Yep. But like I just changed my meal plan from that 15 one to the 12 meal plan. And so now I get 250 Viking bucks. So just depending on what plan you have, that's how many Viking bucks you get. But you can also like go online and
you can add more.
Yes.
And people can actually give you gifts of those as well.
Yeah. So, but you can spend your Viking bucks like in the C store, in the brew, in which the brew is like this little like coffee, kind of like a mini Starbucks. Yeah, in the Westie Market. So you can spend your Viking bucks anywhere on campus, which is perfect.
Yes.
All right. Al asked, back to the question about the books, do you suggest waiting until you actually talk to the professors to see if you need to buy the book, or does something say if you need to buy them ahead of time? Do you want to answer or do you want me to?
I think I know the answer to this. You can go online to the Augustana bookstore and you can actually type in all of your class information into their search bar tab. Yeah. And then from there it'll pop up exactly what materials that you'll need. And if it's not updated, just wait until the first day of class, because usually you'll get a syllabus that will say the required texts or required materials that you want to make sure that you have for that first day. So I just make sure that you do that before coming to class. And like, if you can get your books ahead of time, I would suggest that. However, they do not ship to your house. You have to pick them up I found that out the hard way. Yep.
The next question is, how is J term? My personal experience with J term, I absolutely loved it. Every day I woke up early and I went to an internship with Local 4 News for 3 hours, and then I went to my 3-hour class, and then after that I went to work for 3 hours, and then I had the rest of the night to like do my homework, hang out with my friends. I just thought it was a really great experience because you have this one class, 3 hours every single day, and so it's done super fast, and then you have all the time in the world to go to work and do internships, and it's just this great opportunity to take advantage of. It's really J term was one of my favorite things this year at Augustana.
What class did you take?
I took a world cinema and French. So it was really interesting, and it wasn't just about French. We watched a lot of French films, but then we also like dived into like our identity and all these like multicultural like themes and stuff. We also talked about like Black History Month because it was like February, Martin Luther King Day and stuff like that. So it was really interesting. But that's cool. Yeah. How big is the queer community on campus? There are a lot of people here on campus who are very open about their sexuality, and we do have an LGBTQ plus club, so it's really great. Yeah, everybody's super open and welcoming, so don't be afraid to truly be yourself.
Who you are. Yeah.
How many days a week is there school? Is it every day or every other day? Does Augustana help a lot with the financial aid form they give?
Typically you do have class every day. The school system tries to follow the pattern of Monday, Wednesday, Friday you'll have class, and then Tuesday, Thursday you might have a different class as well. So, I mean, I have yet to meet anybody who doesn't have class on a specific day, but there are definitely days that are lighter than others, depending on what classes you get involved with.
So I have a lot of friends who are science majors. So for them, they have like classes Monday, Wednesday, Fridays, and they might have labs for those classes on Tuesday, Thursdays. But I also have a lot of friends who booked their Monday, Wednesday, Friday classes. So they're taking every single class that they have on Monday, Wednesday, Friday, and then they have Tuesday and Thursday off, and then they like work and
Really?
Yeah. So you make your schedule, you pick what classes you want to take and when they are. So, I mean, whatever's open, like you don't get to say, okay, well, I'm going to take this class with this professor at this time. And you tell the professor, that's not how it works. But whatever classes are offered, you get to choose them and you can make that schedule. Let's see. Can I briefly explain J term? So,
okay, so J term is an opportunity to take a 4 credit course during the month of January, and it's required for all freshmen, but I believe for anybody upper than that, you can kind of get to choose it as long as it fits within your major. And what you do is you are there for 3 hours, and there's different times during the day. I had it from 8:30 to 11:30, so I had it for 3 hours in the morning. But basically, you study one topic. And so it really gives you an opportunity to really dive deep into that coursework material. You can get really close with your professor. You learn quite a bit. And like I would say the workload might be a little heavier just because for every hour that you're there, it's basically for every day that you're there is essentially like a week. And so like they'll send you home with quite a bit. Yeah. But as Michelle was saying earlier, you do get quite a bit of downtime. And it is new to Augustana. I believe this was the first year. This was the first year of them doing it. Yeah. And I loved it. It was awesome. I didn't mind even coming back. I was a little, I guess when we came back to school, I was like, oh man.
I wish that every class I had was like J term because that'd be cool. The next question is, how much room do you usually have in a dorm? And that kind of goes with the question below it that says, are you able to upgrade to a bigger room or suite sophomore year? So I'm a sophomore right now. Last year I lived in Westerland, and you guys asked what's included in these rooms. So every single room is going to have a bed, it's going to have a dresser, a closet, and a desk with a chair. So that's everything that comes in the rooms. You are able to rent a microwave and fridge combined, and I know I had one, so I already just brought it. So you don't have to, it's optional. You're also able to loft your bed if that's something that you want. The room sizes. Yeah.
I don't know the exact dimensions.
I don't know the exact dimensions either.
They're a decent size. Like I never feel like it's a little prison cell. Like I can't move. Like you definitely. I never felt like that. I put a whole couch into my room, and it fits. And
if this helps, last year my roommate and I had 20 people in our room playing Just Dance. It was cramped, but there were 20 of us.
20?
Yeah.
Okay,
So I
that's a
mean, like,
lot.
yeah, 20 is a lot for a small dorm room, but like we made it work. There are people sitting on like everybody's beds and like 6 people are like dancing, but it worked. And yes, you can upgrade when you're a sophomore. So the sophomores have options of either living in Erickson, which is another dorm, or you could live in Swanson. So the Swanson half, it's like a suite. So you have 2 people in one room adjoined by a bathroom and then 2 people in the other room.
Yeah.
So you have like your suite mates. And then Erickson, the rooms are pretty big. Right now, I'm living in a double room by myself in Erickson because I'm a CA. And my room is huge. I have a futon. I had a futon when I lived with my roommate in Erickson. So it works out really well. Hi, does the coffee shop actually have Starbucks coffee?
They do.
Yeah,
They do.
they do.
It's good.
When does scheduling happen and how hectic does it get? So you'll get emails about the scheduling and like when it's supposed to be. Obviously, the seniors go first because they have to take the classes. But basically, you wake up at 6 a.m. or before. I like to wake up at 5:55.
5:45.
Oh, 45? You're
Oh,
early.
I do. I do sit there for a while, but
5:55, and then whatever time you wake up, you log on to Arches and you go into your system. And before this, you would have met with your professors and your advisors and figured out the classes that you want to take. And you want to have like your first options, your second options, your third option. You want to have like a list of certain schedules because you're not always going to get the first class that you choose. But then at 6 o'clock, everybody clicks go. And then either you get kicked out and you have to click go
the
again.
server tends to crash, so
Yeah,
just be
because
aware.
everybody's on it all at once. But then you can just like log back in and click it and then it'll work. So yeah, so it's not super hectic, but sometimes it's just difficult because you want to like click go and be the first one. Let's see. Where do you go to apply for a campus job and how do you apply?
I do.
Handshake. So if
handshake.
you have questions about getting a job or internship, a job on campus specifically, you can go to Handshake and you can make an account with your Augustana email and they will show you jobs in the area. They'll show you on campus jobs, part-time jobs, full-time jobs. Handshake is a great connection for you to like reach out and see what's going on. I just applied for a job for this summer, an on-campus job this summer on Handshake, and it's super easy to do. You just have to like submit your application or answer the questions that they post. Also, if you're looking for like job or internship help, we do have a core center, which is like career something, something, something. And you can go to the Olin building and talk to core and they'll help you with internships and jobs. And like, they can even give you like help, give you like a practice interview so you can get to do that too. So it's also very, very helpful. For an out-of-state student, do I have to attend orientation and registration this summer in person or can I do it another way? That'll be in the comments. Sorry. And Haley asks, how many students have jobs on versus off campus? I personally know a lot of people who have both.
Yeah, on and off.
Yeah, on and off. It just depends how much money you want to make and how much time you have. So like I personally do not have a job off campus because I do not have a car. I could take the bus. I choose not to because I do have an on-campus job. So it's really dependent on the person and what you want to do and what's available. The next question is, how do you get to be a CA in a dorm?
You can take that one over as well. I'm sorry, a lot of these questions are more geared towards you.
So when you're a freshman, you have to live in the dorms first to be able to be a CA. So after your freshman year, like during your freshman year, you will get either a recommendation from your CA or you can just apply regularly. So it starts off with 3 essay questions and you have to answer those questions and then you'll get called back for an interview process if your essay questions were good enough. And then so after that one-on-one interview, it'll be like an interview with pro staff and an interview like with a regular CA like myself. And then after that, you will be able to go to a group interview where you will do just certain kind of team building and like different exercises to try to see like what kind of leader you are and anything like that. And then you will either get hired or you will get waitlisted or you will not get hired. So it just depends. And like I personally was waitlisted last year and then somebody stopped being a CA and then I became a CA just in the middle of this year. So like there's still a lot of hope. I know so many people who were on the wait list and I ended up being a CAs, myself included. So there's a lot that goes into it. Are there any benefits of being a CA? You do get to live in a single room, which is nice. I personally loved my roommate. I still love her. Now I just live in I live alone in a double room still in Erickson just because the sophomore ones are bigger. But the freshman dorms, it is a single if you're a CA, but you won't be a freshman CA in a freshman dorm, so it doesn't matter. And there's also like part of your room fee is taken off because you are a CA.
That's nice.
Yes.
Okay, what is the cost of the meal plans? Wow.
I don't know the exact cost, but I'm sure you
No.
can log onto the Augustana website and you
can
could
find
check
that
out either the Gerber Center or the CSL. There's definitely more information about that online.
And remember, each meal plan, you're going to get different amounts of Viking bucks depending on how many meal swipes you get throughout the week. So if you're one of those people that really likes the brew or really likes the C-store, the things that are not on the meal swipe, then you might want to go for a lower plan. Or you can go higher if you're one of those people that wants unlimited, so you can keep going as many times as you want. It all just kind of depends on what you're interested in.
How's the Wi-Fi in the dorms?
Oh, I got this.
Okay.
So the Wi-Fi, it's a love-hate relationship with the Wi-Fi here. Most of the time it's actually pretty good. They have a pretty solid private connection here, and that's pretty decent. But I know that even right here, right now, my computer had some trouble starting this live stream just because it wasn't able to really connect to the network, and so sometimes it can be a little wonky, but
they also have like Wi-Fi for like a specific one for game consoles. So like if you wanted to bring your games, I know like sometimes like my TV will connect just to that one and it'll work perfectly just because that one will work in the dorm. And then I'll have my laptop on the Augustana secured or the guest Wi-Fi. So there are different like channels and you can always like toggle back and forth to whichever one's working at the time. So it works. And also around campus, I have never experienced it not working like ever on campus. Like I might have to refresh or reconnect.
Yeah.
But around campus in general, it works pretty well.
Yeah.
Are there public printers in the dorms?
I know that there definitely is one in Westerland, and what's really nice about that one is that it doesn't take off of your print your pages that you're allowed to take off of. I believe you get 150. Is that right? 150?
I don't know. I think it's a certain price. I think it's like you have $50 worth of printing.
Okay.
But I don't know how much each page counts.
Yeah. So what's nice about Westy is that there is a public, a free one in the lobby downstairs. So all you need to do is just go on down there, and they have 4 computers.
And that's like that in every dorm.
Yeah.
There's a computer lab, yes, in every dorm.
So yeah, there is one in every single one.
How's the food?
I really like the food. You get quite a variety, especially at the CSL. They have about 6 different stations. Each is usually themed towards another kind of food. There's the American Grill, which is sometimes like your burgers or your breakfast foods. You also have an open breakfast bar throughout the day. You have a salad creation station. You have like
Global Fusions,
which is really nice. There's an Italian pizzeria in the back, the Carvery. So that always rotates every day. Every meal there's a different menu for you to choose from, and you can even look it up online before going, which is nice. But then you also have the snack bar, which is like your burgers, your breaded chicken sandwiches,
your walking taco Wednesdays. That was today. I had one. It was delicious.
They're so good.
Yep.
They have cheeseburgers, fries. That's like your American Grill.
But they also have other options, like for vegetarians. They have boga burgers.
They do. They have black bean burgers.
Yeah.
In the CSL.
And they have like meatless Mondays too, and they have like cheeseburger with bacon on it. Like there's a bunch of different things.
And it's good. It's not bad. And the CSL is actually a really nice facility too. And so like I know for a fact there's several people at other schools that like I'm so lucky because we have it really good here. So also, do not worry.
Every single Friday we have Fresh Fruit Friday. So they make this really, really good fruit dip, but they also put out all different kinds of fruit. So you can get Fresh Fruit Friday, and there's Walking Taco Wednesday, and there's Taco Tuesday. So
isn't it something Monday, Cheeseburger Monday or something?
Is it? I didn't know that.
Something.
I don't know. I know they have Bang Bang Chicken, which is my favorite thing at the CSL. So there's a lot of really good food here. What are the best single meal the dining hall has ever had? The best single meal? Bang Bang Chicken. Me personally, I'm a big fan of Bang Bang Chicken, and it always so good. And they always make it when they make zucchini. So I always get fried rice, zucchini,
Fried rice here, so good, guys.
and Bang Bang Chicken. Yeah.
Yeah. I really like the Carvery. That's probably where I get most of my meals from because that's like they have spaghetti meatballs. They have really good like herb roasted chicken. They sometimes will have full fillets of salmon, which is really good.
Those are good.
That's probably my favorite meal here is the salmon and the fried rice. Those are
Do we have a workout facility, and what is the cost of a membership?
So there is a workout facility in Westerland, and there's also one in the PepsiCo Center as well. I believe that it's just it's built in to your
Anybody can go. There's no fee for the gym. So the one gym that she was talking about in Westerland, that's in one of the dorm rooms. So you can, or not dorm rooms, but the dorm buildings. So you can go to that gym. There's one across the street from that, which is the PepsiCo Center. So there's like an indoor track, and then there's also some machines. Yeah, that's also where you can go for an open gym if you were interested in that. And then we also have the Carver Center where students work out, especially like on-campus athletes. So there are multiple places to go to the gym on campus. What hours is the cafeteria open?
I believe that the CSL, at least, isn't it open at like 8
to 8?
8 to 8, yeah. So. It's something like that.
It changes on the weekends. It closes early on the weekends.
It does.
Like 7.
And then do they have, okay, say it's like 3 o'clock in the afternoon. Do they have like a period of nothing or do they always have something?
They always have like the salad bar and the breakfast bar open.
Yeah.
But like I used to go after cheerleading practice, so around 2:30. And like the only thing that they would have is like hot dogs and chips at like the American Grill. And then everything else would be closed until like dinner time. So then I could only go to the American Grill, the salad bar, and the breakfast bar. But those are still like a lot of options. Yes, you can take food and drink from the cafeteria to your dorm. You just use a meal swipe, and then they give you this to-go container. And then you put all the food that you want. You have 10 minutes to get food. Otherwise, they'll swipe you again. And then you take your box, and then you can go back to your dorm. And then once you're done with that box, you just bring it back. You do not even have to wash it. They give you like a little card that you can exchange like for the box again. And then they'll like take the box back, and like they'll wash it and clean it and everything and like redo that.
Oh, I didn't know that.
Also, Luke asked, is there men's volleyball intramurals?
I believe they do.
There is. There are so many intramurals here. We have like trivia nights. We have soccer, basketball, volleyball. I think, honestly, there's something for everybody. And especially if you guys end up joining Greek Life, those IM intramurals, those count for Greek points towards Greek Week. Can you get a box on the unlimited plan? I believe so, but I'm honestly not sure. I assume yes, because any meal swipe is a meal swipe, is a meal swipe, is a meal swipe. So also, I don't want you guys to forget that you can look at the admissions minute playlist. So that's a series of admission videos, and it's like 1-minute videos, and they'll just give you a little blurb about Augustana. So
we're gonna thing about it,
we're gonna pop a link in the comments, and then you guys can check that out too in your free time.
And also, if you're interested in the honors academic side of things, they will also be posting an honors admissions minute video coming up soon on YouTube and Facebook. So just keep an eye out for that, and that will explain more on that aspect of things because I do know quite a few of you are probably interested on that. And so don't worry, you'll get a lot more information about that in the upcoming days or weeks or until that's posted.
Also, Luke asked, is there a lot of guys that go to these intramurals? And honestly, yes, there's a lot of everybody who goes to everything. People are so involved here on campus, and if you're really going to come to a school like Augustana and not get involved, then you're doing it wrong.
Yeah.
Take advantage of every single thing that this college has to offer you. Join the club, do the intramurals, and have fun because that's honestly like these 4 years are only 4 years. I'm a sophomore, and they're going by so fast. So really just do everything that you can.
Yeah, that's what college is for. This is the time for you to explore any sort of avenue that you're interested in. So if you've never done a certain club and you've always kind of had an interest in it, this is the time. Take your opportunities, take those advantages, and just get involved because your college experience is going to be so much better. You're going to meet so many more people, and you're going to love it 10 times more. Yep. My goodness. Man, did we get through all those questions?
We did. Last question.
Ooh.
If you don't upgrade dorms, do you stay in the same building or do you move to a different building as a summer? I'm going to say as a sophomore, I think.
The sophomore.
So how it works, the 3 freshman residence buildings are Westerland, Andreen, and SEM. And after those, only freshmen live in those buildings. So after that, you can either live in Erickson or Swanson or the 11th Ave flats, depending on who it's open to, because the 11th Ave can be either sophomores or juniors, just depending on the class size for that year. So each year you will be moving. You're not going to stay in the same spot. Even in the summer, you do have to take your stuff home and then bring it back to wherever you'd be going to move to. The next question is, are there a lot of clubs besides sports to get involved in?
Yes.
Absolutely.
Yes. Sorry.
Go ahead.
Personally, like I know a lot of fine arts. I'm more involved with like the fine arts side of things, and there's a million different ensembles that you can get involved with. The theater department has a million different things to get involved with. Sports, obviously, they have a lot. What are you?
I am in a lot of clubs. I'm in an advertising developers club. I'm in Her Campus, which is like a feminism club. I'm in Augie Acres. There's Sierra Club. There's a lot of different clubs, and you guys will go during Welcome Week. There's an activities fair, and there are tables and tables and tables of so many clubs. So all you have to do is write your email down. They will email you every week with their meeting times. So it's like you have so many opportunities to get involved. And if there's something that you're interested in, all you have to do is ask somebody about it, and I guarantee you that person will know somebody who can get you in contact with who you need to get in contact with.
Yeah, that walkthrough at the activities fair, that was a huge game changer for me.
Disney club, anime club, there's everything. There's something for everybody.
Yeah, and it's a great way to get involved, and you can start out feeling really good when you get here to college because you know that there are so many people that want you to be a part of their club, and they want to just give you as much information. So definitely get excited to check that out because it's wonderful.
Well, thank you guys so much for tuning in, and come back next time if you have any more questions.
Yes. Bye.
Bye.